day 5. Just had a night in Colditz castle, managed to escape. I didn't need to use the bed sheets, they just let me out. So I'm heading back towards the Elbe River now. So I was just cycling along and I noticed this at the side of the road. It's a war memorial for the village, this little village that I'm in. The First World War, obviously. So you can see it's got a soldier kneeling down there, and you've got the Stahlhelm on top, sitting on a pile of oak leaves. They sort of represent sort of bravery in the German army. Just little things that you come across at the side of the road when you're on your bike. Makes it much better than travelling by car. I'm here at a little town called Strela on the banks of the Elbe, and here quite a significant event occurred during the Second World War. You can see behind me here there's a bronze mural. So on the 25th of April, an advance reconnaissance party of 5 American jeeps arrived at the river, and just on the other side was the Red Army. So they crossed and they met. So some people might be saying, well, the Red Army and the United States Army met in Torgau, not in Strela. But actual fact, this happened just before. Just across here, where there's the ferry today, there was a pontoon bridge built by the Germans, and that was to allow German soldiers and German civilians to flee from the advancing Red Army because they didn't want to get caught by them. On the 22nd of April, the Germans blew the bridge, but in the process they killed hundreds of people and injured hundreds more. Because it was a spontaneous meeting, and because there were lots of dead Germans lying around, it was deemed not very good for propaganda purposes. So a later staged meeting was held up the river at Torgau, and that's when the press photographers were there, and that's really the photographs and the sort of how it was being written into history. But it was actually here in Strela where the first meeting took place. This is the ring of friendship that was donated by the Americans to symbolise the connection of the Russian and American armies. Cobbles! 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 More bloody cobbles! Here I'm at Torgau, and this is the link-up memorial that commemorates the meeting of the US First Army and the Soviet First Ukrainian Front in April 1945. We know the meeting was further south at Strela, although I think Torgau they've gone to town a bit more on the memorial. This was created by the Soviet Union in 1945. At the top you can see there's lots of rifles stacked up, and then some Soviet and US flags. Just across the street from the link-up memorial is this one here. This was done in 1975 and in other words under the DDR, and it commemorates the liberation by the Soviet Union. And interestingly, nowhere on this memorial does it mention the Western Allies, as if the whole defeat of fascism and Nazism was solely due to the Soviet Union.